Hey, how about change of scenery? A little green in the background. Um, who doesn't like green? Uh, oh, there goes the AC. Um, change of scenery, and I think today maybe I'll talk a little bit about make another confession, and it's not so bad. So I think that one of the most important things to to help with the whole inking process is the to be able to ink with confidence. I think that is key. I think that is a huge player. And how do you ink with such confidence? I'm working on it still. So I think one of the biggest helper would be knowing how to draw. So if you don't know how to draw, learn how to draw the best you can. And that will help with loose pencils. That'll help for you to be a little more confident and brave in in your inks, especially when you're inking someone else. I think that a lot of times there's a lot of guessing, and if you have a solid drawing background, it really helps. It's more of an educated guess in that sense. So, and also you can bring a whole lot of you can bring a whole lot more than just pretty lines. And this is something that I'm learning, and I learned late, and I think that you never stop learning. And I think that if you can learn sooner, the sooner the better, just like everything else, the sooner the better. So for me, and here comes the little confession. So for me, I am learning. I learn to draw and ink all at the same time. So I am still learning as I ink pencilers. From each penciler, I pick up I try to pick up a little bit about drawing, what makes it look cool, like who has great anatomy, what looks right, what looks wrong. I think you can learn a lot from good pencilers and pencilers who are also just starting off too, because you can tell they're also learning. I think that if you can, if you can do them both at the same time, that's great. For me, since I started off inking and I started picking up professional work early, I try to pick up a little bit of the, like I said, learn to pencil as I'm learning to ink. And you have to be mindful of it. So I think that is, something that you have to decide for yourself. What works and what doesn't. If it's something that, if it's a little too much to do at once, maybe take one task at a time. I like to always overload my plate and be constantly overwhelmed. So I'm learning both. And I think sometimes, people who learn under pressure, or those who don't want to overthink and just go ahead and jump into the deep end, whether by choice or just just what happens. So I think that it is really, really, really important to just go ahead and get in there and learn as much as you can if you don't already have those skills. And like I said, if you want to take it separately, like maybe divide your days up, learn to draw in sessions if you don't already know how to draw, and constantly strengthen that. And and if you can only focus on one at a time. So yeah, like I said, split it up, practice your pencils and then practice your ink separately. But certainly penciling skills will help a lot with your inking skills. I think that it will it'll come across, and you can be a bigger contributor in that way. So right now, for me, I'm still learning both. I'm still learning to draw better. I'm still learning to ink better. And as you learn, I think you realize what little what you thought you knew was so little. To be honest, like they say, the more you learn, the less you know. So it's a constant learning process. It's it's like life. It's ongoing. I don't think there's ever going to be a point, or in my opinion, there shouldn't be a point where you like, okay, I'm good, I've learned everything, I know everything, I'm all set. I don't think there's that. I don't think that point or that time exists. So yes, here's my confession. I'm still learning to ink. I'm still learning to draw. I'm still learning a whole lot. I am fully embracing the fact that I do look back at a lot of my work, and I was just doing my best to hang on to the schedule, to hang on and making the inks as pretty as possible while not stomping all over the pencil. That's always been my thing. But now I think what I'm working on is to be a lot more confident as an inker, and to be a better penciler or an artist, so I can contribute more, so I can bring more to the table and maybe expand. So I'm learning too. I'm learning with you guys. So I read all your comments, and a lot of you feel like you're still at the beginning stages, and I think that I still feel like I'm at the beginning stages. So I think we're all learning together. So I'm just sharing. My channel is just about sharing. I know that I've been asked to teach before. I hesitate to say, to teach, because I don't know if I'm a good teacher, but I'm a pretty good sharer. So I hope that makes you guys feel a little bit more like we're all are still kind of like traveling together. Share when you can, and I would love to see everyone be a little more adventurous. Don't be so hesitant. Don't worry about all your vulnerabilities and areas where you're not very strong yet. I think that it is definitely important to go ahead and tackle those things. Look at where it is that you're weak, and feel free to tackle them so you can be a little bit stronger, because no one has it perfected, and we're all still working on it. So just think of it as like a wonderful, trip we're all taking together. You're where you're at, I'm where I'm at, and we're all still, are learning and stumbling. So hopefully this share or advice helps a little bit, and and encourage you to not be afraid to make wrong marks, to take on tasks that you don't think you're ready for quite yet, because in that process you will learn a whole lot. That's basically the short story of my career. Is in the process I have been learning a lot, and it's I think that with each time I have a little bit more confidence, but also I see how little it is that I know and how much more I have to learn. And that shouldn't be a discouraging thing. I think that should be an encouraging thing, because there's just so much more. So just keep going. And I'm right there with you, fumbling through. So I will try to share my experience as much as I can. I will not have all the answers, but I'm happy to share what my little stumbles and fumbles are. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed the outside and the birds and the breeze and the green. And for my friends up north, soak in a little bit instead of this warm weather, because you're about to get some cold weather. All right, guys. Till next time. Oh, yeah. Also, I would love to hear where everyone's from, because I think yeah, I would love to hear where everyone's from. I just want to know my reach. Okay. So, thanks, guys. Keep on trekking. See ya.